morning, everyone. This is Lori with Three Keys Astrology, and today I want to discuss Amber Heard more. There's so much to say. If you've been following the trial, the most interesting part is the finesse and genius in the very skilled and scholarly team of Brown Rudnick, Johnny Depp's attorneys. And there's a sweet, pretty little attorney who is 37 years old that gives me really strong Cancer and Leo vibes. And if any of you know her birth time, please put it in the comments below because I want to look a little closer. Well, in my videos since last fall, when I began the crime series and talked about criminal tendencies in people, um, the purpose of this is for those that are naive and those that are weak and people not made of this character, to help us see things we may not be able to see. You see, I say this all the time to clients, a wolf can never be a sheep, and vice versa. God made you a particular way, and one of the most despicable, habitual character flaw in people that really annoy other people is liars. Amber Heard's a clear liar. And in the astrology chart, we have um, copious ways to explain whether or not someone tells the truth. And she has the signature of a liar. And now, in this disgraceful national broadcast that's global, that began in the UK, um, this couple is airing their dirty laundry over a significant crime, and that is in physical, emotional, and mental abuse. And it takes a pretty big, strong man to stand up who's achieved fame and prosperity and has been philanthropic to stand up and admit that this person, almost 30 years his youth, and female, indeed harmed him. If you're anything like me, it's really hard to listen to it. And I can only take it in doses. They videotaped each other. I'm sorry, excuse me. Not only videotaped, but audio taped mostly. And the hatred within this phony marriage was maniacal. Um, Amber Heard has mental illness, and we astrologers can see signatures for mental illness in the astrology chart. And it's hard on one level for me as a mother and a grandmother and someone who cares a lot about people, because not sometimes, mental illness rules decision making and actions. I teach my students that the moon plus Mercury equals Mars, and indeed your feelings become your thoughts and determine your actions. In Amber Heard's case, it's aggressive, it's wicked, it's impulsive, it's outrageous. And if you recall, when I did the first video, I said that I didn't know who she was. And a year ago, when the divorce was being made so public and this UK trial was going on, I looked quickly, not in any deep analysis, at her chart last year. And I remember thinking that what she sounded like an angry lesbian. And I mean misogyny. And if you listen closely, her personal attacks on Donnie always try to emasculate him. Misogynists put women down. They tear up the very soul and heart of what is feminine. And Amber Heard's cruel, and I'll explain why in her astrology chart. But she taunts him and calls him names and then refers to herself in crude, aggressive, rapist-like dominations over him, telling him to suck her D. Okay? Women don't have a D. We know all this. And yesterday I was as angry as F. I'm not going to say the word on here, but boy, oh boy, you guys, she riled me up. I can't stand a liar. And what irritates me the most, and please write down anything that's really getting your goat right now. So, one of my favorite witnesses for the prosecutors were, or I should say, I don't know if it would be, I don't think it's prosecutor, petitioners, Johnny Depp's team. It was this lovely, intelligent Dr. Shannon Curry. Not only did she achieve a PhD, but she's certified in forensic psychology, and she's got an almost 20-year career, um, and has dedicated and donated a lot of time to post traumatic stress disorders for our veterans. She's a stand-up, little, cute, phenomenally a driven human being that cares about people. And she's genuine, she's honest, she's learned, she's a scholar. And there was a week off in the trial, and I've not been able to watch it every day. I'm growing my business. But Amber Heard apparently studied Dr. Shannon Curry because a lot of the signatures of people with mental illness, people that have been abused, guys hurt people, proven. If you're a victim of child abuse, it's more likely, statistically and by probability, that you'll also be abusive. These are not wing pop culture assumptions. These are proven scientific facts in the School of Astrology. Dr. Shannon Curry is sharp. If you're watching Amber now, and go back, look at Monday and Tuesday in the cross examination from the sweet and cute little Camille Vasquez. Like I said, I feel she sat quietly. She's so cute. She's very feminine. I'm Cancer rising, and I recognize a softness in her that's in me. And she sat quietly, kind of a comforter and protector to Johnny while all that has been going on until this point. She's got great hair. Lots of Leo rising people have great hair. Also Leo sun and moon. And she, like I said, please get me. So the two women that are stars, and while I have been bringing out the ugliest, uh, trying to explain to you in astrological terms and identify in people like Prince Harry, or excuse me, not Prince Harry, um, Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell and her father and Jeff Epstein. All those videos are available on my channel. Check them out. Um, I teach astrology, so I purposefully will not share the chart. It's a good secondary layer of learning. I've been a teacher. I raise daughters that all have academic excellence and success, and have very fruitful careers and happy lives. Now, I want you to know that the second layer of learning is listen to me. Go ahead and jot down what you hear me say, and then you go look in the chart. So until you come and study and learn astrology definitively with me in a foundational way, you can get these little snippets and learn. It's better than showing the chart because your mind will be, you won't be working as hard to learn and understand. And when you do work a little bit harder, you really become a better astrologer. And anybody interested in astrology wants to know the codes, the symbols, the curiosity, the magic of this 4,000-year-old science. So my point is women like Dr. Shannon Curry and like Esquire Camille Vasquez are women we can aspire to, women we can show our little girls to. And fools like Amber Heard that are arrogant and empty and very Black Moon Lilith want to suck out what somebody has who's esteemed. And the reason why people that are of light and love and kindness fall prey to these predatorial Black Moon Lilith types is because they want our light. Remember on Astrological's channel at our astrology marathon when I told you the energy of Black Moon Lilith is a vortex energy. It sucks, 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 sucks. And it's this very dark, dark space. As far away from the light of the full moon as it can be, because the light of the full moon represents the pregnant, sacrificial, loving mother, a loving public, a beneficent public. And Lilith wants light. She has none. If you look, and this is, I mean, you guys, sorry, I have my Mars and Aries at the top of my chart. I have a very protective nature. I wanted to, if I could have punched my fist through the screen and given Amber Heard a big KO, mark my words, I would have. My dad was a boxer and made it to Madison Square Garden. He was a Golden Gloves, just a little guy, little Italian guy with a lot of fire, and all of his daughters got the same kind of fire. To see her lie, and because I have a little bit of extrasensory perception, um, it was evident to me in the first few minutes. She studied Dr. Shannon Curry. She's using verbatim her answers, and she's pretending and faking and posing this authority figure. And we all know she's a dirtbag, drug addict, aggressive, violent, someone who will sell out her sex, although the preference is for females, to any wealthy man. Amber Heard wants a man who's got money. That's why, though she prefers females, and in her assault and abusive languages and violence, and I mean, she just antagonizes and provokes to the nth degree, and it always puts him down. She calls him a pussy. She calls him all these derogatory feminine um, expletives. I mean, that's unacceptable. Ladies don't act like that. Kind people don't act like that. And I am glad that he dared stand up, a man that a lot of us like. We enjoy his movies. Yes, we know he's got a lot of vice. Amber Heard likes that. She's got her moon with Neptune. And the moon is the Mars, excuse me, Mars and Neptune. Mars describes the kind of man a woman wants. And with the conjunction in Neptune where it is, it's not in a good place. Um, Her Mars is, but she's aggressive, she's impulsive, she's got Mercury in her 12th house in Aries, and they'll pop off. They've got quick wits, but there's not a lot of depth. And we can clearly see she's trying to make up her feigned Catholic education. And I'm sorry, those of us that have put our kids through Catholic school and have attended Catholic school know that those students end up, because of a concentrated education, being the top students in academia in their collegiate endeavors. Amber Heard was a high school dropout. Amber Heard likes drugs. Amber Heard likes to be high. Heard is a prostitute for males who have money. Remember, she tried to seduce Elon Musk. She went after Johnny Depp. It wasn't the other way around. I'm sure he was excited by her seduction. She's pretty. She's got a Taurus sun. She has a moon in Libra. Both of these planets are ruled by Venus, and they make women that are soft, curvy, and beautiful. You're looking at one. My sun and moon are in Taurus. My Cancer is in, the moon is the rising sign. Those planets that make up my three key are indeed Venus, Venus, moon. And I'm a girly girl. I have a curvy shape. Women that don't have planets that are feminine have usually stick figures. We see this in a lot of Geminis. Their physical bodies actually look a little more prepubescent. And if you have masculine stars, you'll have attributes that are the traditional masculine and feminine. And this is body type theory, guys. So don't jump on my back if you're a big old feminist, because I'll just throw you right off. Not interested. This is scientific, this is valid, and these are scientific studies, the conclusions that come from body type theory, physiognomy, biology, psychology, and the human's motivation, character, and personality development. I have studied these courses in college. Amber Heard mimicking Dr. Shannon Curry. I mean, other than having a pair of dark glasses, she's wearing her hair like Shannon. She's looking at the jury. An expert witness, which is the role of Dr. Shannon Curry in this trial, is educating the jury. And Amber Heard's such an idiot. She is now, instead of speaking to the Johnny Depp's attorneys in this cross examination, normal people talk to the people speaking to them. She's portraying this phony um, persona, trying to mimic and embody Dr. Shannon Curry because she's an actress and she's empty inside. She doesn't have her own character. So she's indeed looking at the jury like she's explaining to them, using the very words. It is the most absurd, pisses me off kind of energy. It's disgusting and despicable. And even when she's being called out in bold-faced gosh damn lies, and Camille Vasquez is, man, she hit a home run at this girl. That little cute lawyer, that little Cancer, sweet Leo dynamo, whew, she is amazing. You'll love it. If you love debate, if you were in the debate club in college or high school, if you enjoy the intercourse that is what the law is and weighing the issues, and I mean this is really interesting. Thank God. There's not much good on the news for us to see right now, but for those of us that have intellectual curiosity, Camille Vasquez is outing her every which way but loose, and it's beautiful. I want to talk to you about why this despicable Amber Heard, besides this empty person inside, both of her parents were drug addicts. And there's a predisposition for people who, in the womb, are subjected to chemicals. And that's not the claim I'm making in this case because I don't have any of that knowledge. I'm talking about science again. Alcoholism is hereditary. Drug abuse is hereditary. As I believe and have said before, 99% of our human ills on earth we cause. Your body's a spirit. We astrologers read the soul. You weren't born to be, your spirit and soul are pure and clean in the creation of you. And the difficult aspects in your astrology chart define that you need to work on in this lifetime. But I've never seen a single chart that was really hard that didn't have some beautiful aspects because God gives everyone natal promises and there's goodness. But people who repeatedly, I've told you before that energy is create and contagious. And whatever energy you build, whatever energy you think about grows. However you feel grows. Whatever you pay attention to grows. And any of us, because we're porous spiritual souls, though we have physical bodies, any of us, you are become the company you keep. They say, tell me who your three best friends are. And this again has scientific evidence behind it in the psychological and sociological sciences. The three people you spend the most time with are who you're most alike, who you become, who you're a part of. So choose your company wisely. That's another one of the points of my videos. I want to protect you and help you avoid people like Amber Heard, like Prince Andrew, like Jeffrey Epstein, um, like Ghislaine Maxwell's dirty father. Amber Heard um, was one of three daughters. She calls herself her father's son. So even early as a child, she was identifying with the masculinity in her feminine body. And like I said, what woman tells their husband that's supposed to be a sanctimonious, excuse me, sacred marriage, which is not what she has. Who says "suck my V" to their husband? And it was taunting, and it was provoking, and it was cruel, it was wicked, it was it's bombastic and it's always with the attention. She was laughing hysterically, mocking him, making fun of him. She's not a mother. Yeah, she bought a baby through surrogacy, and this poor little child's living with a monster, in my opinion. The more I see of this person, she got a little baby girl a year ago, and rumor is that Elon Musk provided the sperm for her to become a mother. But she's not inherently female enough to want to be a mom. And Johnny's a very protective daddy. Spoke to you about the beauty of Leo fathers. She even crosses him and puts him down, saying that a new stepfather would be a better role model. She's attacked his character, his career, his drug abuse, and he tried to get help for it. And she just shoots you in the heart and stabs you in the back if you're close to her at every turn. She's malicious, guys. I've talked to you before about the dilemma that is Sun opposite Pluto. And people that have, and Amber Heard does have a Geminian complex. In her chart, she's got interceptions. This often happens during dysfunctional early childhood. She's got her Black Moon Lilith in Gemini. And I told you where Mercury is the ruler of that. It's in the 12th house. It's sneaking around. It's doing the wrong thing. It's getting high on study hall. It's doing drugs in the bathroom. It's doing its vice, 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 but it's cruel because, I mean, the combative signatures in her chart and the predatory behavior that makes her up is touches every single planet in her chart, you guys. That's significant. Her moon is affected, her Mercury is affected, her sun, her Venus is quincunx Uranus, and that can be in a feminine woman, the homosexuality signature. Plus, Uranus is trining her ascendant, saying, I do sex differently, I have some aberrants, I'm not traditional in the way I don't have a traditional role in the sexual arena. Her Pluto is involved. She has a very cruel and very cruel Pluto, deceptive Mars. Mars and Neptune and Capricorn are at the apex of a T square in her chart. And then Saturn is squaring um, Jupiter, which means there's social dilemma and she doesn't fit in. And she wants all this attention and she hogs and wants all this the money, the prestige, the rich guy. It wasn't somebody she went to high school with that she was cheating on Johnny with. It was Elon Musk. And she planted, and you can see it. I've linked it in one of my other videos. When she's dating Elon Musk while she's married behind Johnny Depp's back, she plants a big old kiss on Elon's face. He looks uncomfortable because I'm sure she planted a friend to take a picture of her because she's preening for the camera with her big lip print. I own you, the possession that is Pluto Mars and the Mercury in Aries. Mercury in Aries, all of your planets in Aries are where you're selfish friends. So if you have a stellium there, you're impulsive, you're aggressive, you're a go-getter. There's great qualities to that as well, but we're talking about somebody with not such great qualities. Amber Heard is a predator, and there's no question for anybody that doesn't know astrology and the law. I haven't heard a single person sticking up for Amber Heard, not one. None of us are fooled. Not psychologists, not sociologists, not people who pass the bar over and again. And she's got Mercury square Neptune, and this Mercury in Aries in the 12th house of secrets is dark and it's sneaky. And she attacks and sabotages, and she uses as many drugs as he does. But while she's on cross examination this week, she's pretending disdain for his cocaine. All the pictures, I mean, she walked in like a sniper into his life and started photographing him passed out in his disease, started photographing 4 lines of cocaine and the alcohol. I mean, she and someone did a Gone Girl video on the similarity between Amber Heard. You must see it. I have to wrap this up because I have a student waiting for me. But Mars in Capricorn wants prestige, so much so that she sold out her sexual preference for women. There's a cute little girl on Popcorn Planet that I enjoy because of a couple of Scottish accents and that they're all Team Johnny as well. And this sweet little girl that lives in the very building they lived in LA where all this debauchery and sneaking Elon and James Franco in while Johnny's on location shooting Pirates of the Caribbean in Australia. This sweet little girl that lives in the building described the arrogance that was Amber Heard with her new heirs because Black Moon Lilith now has money and prestige. She can spend endlessly. She can travel all over the world because of Johnny's fame and what he worked hard for. And she wants it. She wants it so bad that she won't let him go. And that's what promulgated this hearing and trial because she did an op-ed portraying herself as a victim of abuse when she is indeed the abuser. Lots of people like her turn the tables, and then people live in shame and guilt that are accused that didn't do anything wrong. She's taunting, she's cool. Amber Heard's a drama queen, but it wasn't just Elon, it wasn't just James Franco, it wasn't just the Aquaman star whose marriages she ruined. She also showed up in Kevin Costner's trailer naked, and he tweeted about it. She wants money. She wants a man. This cute little girl that lived in their building said she's her bisexuality, a little play on words that she'll buy she'll give her sexuality so she can buy material goods, and that's the only time she's interested in men. But when she fights with them, she's gonna emasculate them and call them pussy, and you suck my D, and she's pretending she's the man and he's the woman because she's twisted. What else do I want to say? There's wickedness all over this chart. Um, and again, another signature about her aberrant sexuality is that she's got her Uranus in a trine to her sun. And that's not any putting anybody down that does, because there's so many things that can mean. But the study in this case is about her. I want you to know too, she's got very little air, very little water. Her first day of cross examination was a disgusting. She was snorting menthol on her handkerchief to try to form tears. She's got very little air, which can indicate somebody who's not really smart, and she's got very little water. Now, that doesn't always mean that we have to integrate the whole chart. That's why you need to learn astrologies. We can't make emphatic statements without three indications. Very little water is somebody who's not emotionally intelligent. They're actually quite emotionally inept. There's no emotional depth. And so she's not even aware how bad she hurts people. She leaves this, a trail of carnage and broken hearts and shattered people and marriages and homes and families. And I feel very sorry for that little baby. If anybody's got the power, and she's possibly being charged for perjury in Australia, and she's lies in court all the time. And even when Camille Vasquez is outing her like she did so eloquently yesterday, she still says that is correct. That is correct. She's got her persona, Dr. Shannon Curry, facing the jury. Amber Heard's a crazy, maniacal, yes, mentally ill. Can you help mental illness? Yeah. There's been doctors from time immemorial trying to cure these, but she likes her crazy. And Amber Heard likes bad boys. She wants a guy that drinks a little, that'll give her some coke and give her drugs. Yeah, she's a nasty human being. Um, and there are no tears because it's not true. There's emptiness inside, and that's a very sad human being. And she's not the poster child for abuse. I read for plenty of people that have been diabolically abused. Amber Heard is the abuser. And with double Gemini and double Sagittarius and the Pisces in her chart, believe me, she's a poser. She's a twin. It's not what you see. She eats her dinner on her sexuality. Notice how not vampy she's trying to pretend she is in court. Dr. Shanna Curry and Camille Vasquez are comfortable in their own skin and eat their dinner because of their intellect and their service to humanity. Amber Heard can't eat dinner unless she seduces a rich man or has her red lipstick and her low cut dresses and her salacious sexuality, drug induced, and in the manipulation of getting the men she's with to drink and do drugs with her. Black Moon Lilith seduces, and you're watching a criminal in real time. So please comment below about anything else if you can find out Dr. Shannon Curry's birth time or Camille Vasquez. Those are the kind of women that we can look up to. Those women represent wisdom. They're Athena in the goddess energy. And in contrast, we're seeing Amber Heard's literal sun opposite Pluto in this very dark and wicked Black Moon Lilith, who's greedy, who's a seductress, and who can't make her own money without riding on the hinges of a superstar who's worked towards a 30-year career that she just sucked out, demeaned, demoralized, accused. I mean, she didn't even think about his kids. How would you like it if people were saying that about your dad? But Amber Heard doesn't feel that tiny little bit of water and tiny little bit of air in her chart means the vocabulary she has, she's learned from other people. She uses a lot of the same phrases. People that are analysts like myself pay attention to prosody, timbre, word use, sentence structure, and she doesn't have an education other than a high school dropout. And it's a sin to try to ride on the accolades of Catholicism because she doesn't have a Catholic bone in her body. All right, this is me rambling on. I'm late for my little student. I'll get to you, Jacqueline. Take care, everyone. I love you guys. Stay tuned for some more. I am going to do the synastry and composite charts and compatibility readings between these two people, and I have something juicy else. There's a lot of good stuff coming up. And I just thank you so much for subscribing and liking my work. You are growing my channel. I got almost 100 new subscribers. Please keep helping. I've been doing this work for 2 years. As a 60-year-old woman with not a very grand social life, you guys are the ones helping get my messages out there. So thank you so much. I love this from the bottom of my heart. Videos aren't so easy for me to do. I'm happier just doing the analysis, but if you open an astrology practice, this is our advertisement. And this beautiful venue of YouTube is the reason I can teach and read all over the whole world. I've read for every continent except somebody actually living in the USSR. Um, I, of course, have read for people of that bloodline and those traditional native inheritance. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I don't want you to stay in and watch too much YouTube this summer. We have some healing. Oh, by the way, if you're still paying attention, we've switched my Tuesday night astrology and remedy class to Wednesdays. My little grandson plays baseball and little flag football, and I was away from my family because of a bad accident for 12 years. And I'm home with my family, and I don't want to miss a bit of the fun that are my children and grandchildren. So be like that, live. Don't stay glued to the TV, do it in increments. But please comment below. Let's talk about this. It's so exciting. And I haven't learned how to do Facebook Live yet, but that's my next mission, as well as Zoom's Live where you can be included. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful summer. Stay away from Black Moon Lilith types, people that are criminal, people that are abusive. If someone's got the capability to be vicious of tongue, mark my words, they have the physical capability to abuse you. Moon plus Mercury equals Mars. The way they think or the way they feel, and if it's angry and impulsive and drug induced and hungover, and I mean, drugs make people mean. They do. They're an alteration of the brain chemistry and they damage you for life. So does alcoholism. These people are angry in their older age. They abuse family. They're distorted and distraught and chemically changed. So the moon, their feelings become their thoughts, which determine their actions. And if you can taunt people and put them down and not be concerned that they're fathers or that the children are in the presence and you're hurting someone else, get away from these people. There's organizations all over the United States of America and in every country to help people victims of abuse. And you don't need to be a poster child like Amber Heard trying to make money and prop herself up for commerce again, selling herself out again, because she's not a victim of abuse. She's a drug addict and she's mentally ill. And she's Black Moon Lilith all day long and all night long. Her sun opposite Pluto shows us dark side, white side. She's pretty and golden looking, like the light of the sun. She has that beautiful Taurus sun ruled by Venus, but her Pluto in Scorpio, there's a contest between the light and the dark, the light and the dark. I want to show that I'm grand and light and bright and I belong on stage in the spotlight, the sun. But inside, I'm not a nice person. I'm dark and I'm evil and I want what's yours and I know how to get it. And I will lie through my teeth. Amber Heard is a pathological liar. Take care, guys. Bye for now.